This week on Slasher Movie Podcast Now, we're talking Dario Argento's 1975 Italian Jallo classic, Deep Red. We're also going to be talking to filmmaker and photographer Alejandro Espinoza, while also swapping our favorite Italian recipes. So buckle up, because this Rosso is about to get profondo. This is Italiano Cinema Podcast. Prepare yourselves as your two flamboyant hosts, Miguel Bentanini and Phillip Microwaved Mozzarella Stick Shad Bonelli, row you deep into the heart of darkness on our gondolas of gore. Oh, and the river? A shit ton of bright red theatrical blood. I'm Michael.
I'm Phillip.
Yes, you are. You're Phil, and Phil, you're stuck in Zoom again, you big klutz.
Yeah, I'm stuck here in Zoom town.
How'd you manage to swing that again?
Scheduling conflicts.
That's all. That's all it is. In fact, it's more on my end.
It's not like,
Phillip's got COVID. I guess that's like 50-50 at this point. Phil doesn't have COVID that he knows of, and I don't have COVID that I know of. It has nothing to do with. We're just in different,
Yeah, we're just going to do it that way.
Yeah. Phil's on location at Babyland,
Yeah, I'm pulling overtime at the baby head mines.
Yeah, he's guarding the tower to make sure nobody tries to escape.
Yeah,
none of the babies.
Rocket launcher that shoots defected baby heads.
It shoots defected
baby doll heads.
Baby doll head. No, it shoots baby heads. Let's get dark.
Okay,
it's a slasher movie podcast.
Yeah,
he's got a big 100-gallon drum of defective baby heads, ladies and gentlemen. If this is not the show you thought it was, I'm sorry.
Then I guess you made a mistake.
Felipe. I have news for you. Today, we are going Italiano.
Okay, I thought for a minute you were being the guy from Ghostbusters 2, Janish. It's Vigo.
Peter McNichol. No, I'm not. No, we're going Italian.
No relation to Christy McNichol.
No, and I don't know who that is.
Actress.
Oh, what's she in?
I don't know.
Oh, well, then they might be related and you just don't know.
The only thing I know that Peter McNichol is in besides Ghostbusters 2 is Bean.
Well, hold on. It's
Ally McBeal.
Ally McBeal. He was the dancing baby.
Ally McBean. It's a spoof of Bean, but it's him as Ally McBeal.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, he just goes around the courtroom and he's like, I'm just doing stupid shit. It's like, this is awful.
Awful fucking fun. But no, We're going Italian today. We're going Italian. Okay. Hey, I'm going Italian over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the first time that we're actually going overseas. We're going to Italy, right? And we're going to be taking our first shot at Italian horror. Phil, I'm so fucking excited about this.
I am too.
I mean, Italian horror is so fun. It is so much fun.
I think to me, it might be like the most fucked up.
Definitely. We will definitely be getting into that, right?
Yeah.
But the films of Argento, right? Mario Bava, Lucio Fulci, Ruggero Deodato, Stephen Kinganino, right?
Clive Barcanino,
John Carpentero, Wes
Cravenino.
Yeah. Hold on. I got one. Wes Craven the Meatball Subbo.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I can't think of any more.
Italian horror is so...
Toby Hoopernino.
Toby Hoopernino. I think that's pretty good. I think we got it. I think we nailed it, right?
I think we all just did Ninos.
Yeah, that's all. That's the classic American making fun of Italian last names, Italian horror is... I mean, dude, this movie's huge for me. I'm just going to say that at the outset. This movie is very big for me. This is one of my favorite movies. This is your first time seeing Deep Red, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I've seen a few of the Argentos. Like I own Suspiria,
Sure.
Inferno, and the Church.
I've never seen The Church. Have you seen my favorite besides Deep Red? Isn't Suspiria actually? It's Opera. Have you ever seen Opera?
No, but I know what you're talking about. I think we talked about it like that I should see it.
Phil, don't watch it now because I have a feeling that we're going to be doing Opera in the very near future. You will fucking love it. Instead of working with Goblin on that one, he worked with a metal band. It is
Shit.
The score is crazy, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's about a killer who, when he attacks his victims, he puts little little stickers with needles in them over their where their eyelids go, so they can't blink.
That's insane.
And he forces people to watch him do crazy stuff. It's such a gnarly. Oh my God, that movie's so good. But yeah, we're going Italian, and when you're going Italian, look. Italian food is everybody's favorite, right? If you don't like Italian food, you just must be some sort of. If you don't like Italian food, you're a Mama Luke.
Get the hell out of America.
You get the hell out of here, you damn you piece of poop.
Doesn't make sense. What do we have though? We could say like,
oh, Charlie's.
Yeah, if you don't like TGI Fridays, you can fuck off. Okay. I guess I'll say their quesadilla potato poppers or whatever is good. I don't know.
No, seriously, if you don't like Italian food, you're a fucking Mama Luke, okay?
Yeah.
And if you don't like Italian food on a plane, you're a Mama Luke Skywalker. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I stayed up all night working on that.
Yeah.
Right? Phil, I got a question. Phil, I have a question.
What?
What are some of your favorite Italiano dishes? When you sit down and you plop down on your hemorrhoid donut, what is the Italian food you most want sitting on your plate, my fine friend?
Szechuan chicken now, but I actually do have a list of.
No, please, here, you go with your list first, and then I'll go with my equally serious list.
Okay. Eggplant parmesan, chicken parmesan, fettuccine alfredo, lasagna, ziti, garlic bread, cannoli, of course, pizza,
sure,
tiramisu, calzone,
yes,
and veal parmesan.
Fucking dude, that's a great. That's you named.
To be honest, there's like 100 more. I just like pasta.
No, Italian food's the best. I totally agree with you. Yeah. Italian food is absolutely. Oh, dude, I love chicken parm, dude. That is my mom used to. Everybody's mom probably made a good chicken parm. Like if you figure out chicken parmesan,
it was the go-to.
Right, my house too. Yeah. It's just cheesy, tomatoey, fucking bready chicken.
Cutlet breast, yeah.
Oh God, it's so good. I have a list of my favorite Italian foods. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah.
These are very serious. Okay. Let's try it.
I know.
Bagel bites. Pepperoni flavored combos. Beefaroni. Beefaroni. Eggs erroneous. James Gandolfini linguine.
That should have been a thing.
Itsy bitsy beanie weenie broccolini. Boba fettuccine. Mamma mia diarrhea.
Hey.
And Chaz Parmesan Terry.
I thought you were going to say Chaz Parmesan Bono.
Oh, okay. Punch up right there, live on the spot. And of course, my favorite dessert, Stanley Tucci Snoochie Boochies.
I love him in most things, but I can't get it out of my head. He was the main villain in Jury Duty.
I totally agree with you. I'll never forget that about it. But I have one more. If you'd like to hear it, okay. Phil, have I ever told you my favorite cereal? So douchey. Phil,
what is it?
Say, Phil, have I ever told you my favorite cereal?
No, tell me.
Vincent D'Onofrio's. So stupid. Okay.
Hey, bigotas.
I had way too much time on my hands yesterday, and I just kept thinking. I just looked up Italian American actors and just thought of stupid food puns. And I thought of a couple more, but they're not as good. Or I don't know. Maybe they are. I don't know. You want to hear them?
Yeah.
Danny DeVito burritos. Scott Bayonnaise.
Okay.
Paul Sorvino maraschino cherry parliamentaries.
Damn. I must have to, I was at work doing my fucking notes, so
I know you. Yeah, I know you were at work.
not that I had anything crucial to do anyway. So
when I go to McDonald's, I like to order a parfait Leota. Sloppy Joe Pesci's. Fettuccine Al Pacino. That's an Alejandro joke. Beefaroni Danza.
hey,
Phil, what do you call that snack where you put peanut butter on celery and then you top it with raisins?
ants on a log.
Okay, well, I was thinking, tell me what you think of this. Ants on a Robert Loggia.
Yeah, Lagia.
I know. You have to say it different for the joke to work.
Yeah.
Ralph Macchio, more like Puke Macchio.
Yeah.
Anyways, Phil, look, these are my favorite Italian foods.
I like them.
Thank you.
I also love how the combos were called pizzeria, and it's wait a minute, the whole restaurant.
When my Sicilian grandmother comes to America, the first place we take her to is the gas station to get Combo's Pizzeria.
Yeah, we take her a quick trip for a pizza. I'm what? She loves this Stouffer's lasagna.
You know, it's funny. They probably don't expect to come to America for Italian food. When they come to America, they're just more like, I want a hot dog. America, bang, bang.
I want a hot dog and a hamburger there.
Yeah, America, bang, bang. You're so fun.
Yeah. Not your mom. Cinque.
Yeah, not the baby.
Yeah, not the mama.
Okay, so today's movie was suggested to us by a listener, Mark in Las Vegas. Great idea, Mark. Seriously, thank you. I fucking love Deep Red, and thanks for submitting that. So yeah, if you would like to submit a movie for us to discuss in the coming weeks, please shoot us an email at slasherpod@gmail.com. If we cover it, we'll give you a shout out, and much thanks. And much thanks to Mark. Phil, we love Mark.
Yeah, I like Mark.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Mark.
And from Slasher Movie Podcast now to Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Hi, Mark.
You're my favorite customer.
Go play football on roof.
I did not touch her. I did not. Oh, God. Phil, we're doing Deep Red.
Mm-hmm.
That we know. But I'll tell you what we don't know. Okay?
What?
The plot.
All right, so in my work vehicle, which I also call my office, anytime somebody has to step into my truck, I go, well, step into my office. But anyway, so I was thinking about, sometimes I do the cowboy voice when we go to places like Texas for a massacre. But I thought, since we're going overseas to the old country, I thought, why not do my worst Rick Steves?
The travel guide guy. Okay. Yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Okay, plot. Phillip and Michael are taking a trip to the old country of Italy, the country shaped like a hooker's boot. On this trip, they will enjoy fine Italian cuisine from Chef Boyardee and authentic pizza from a local joint called Papa John's. Also, the canals will run red with gravy. Or is it blood? Also, this English fellow is trying to figure out who is behind a string of gruesome murders.
Phil,
I did that without drugs.
Phil, I gotta say, man, that was okay. No, I'm kidding. That was great. That was great. No, that was great. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Okay,
that was
cool.
Awesome. What was the budget on this one?
I have no idea. I actually tried, and I could not find the budget.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
some secret Costa Nostra mafia stuff. They're not going to let us know.
Costa Nostra.
You'll never know what it makes. Well,
yeah, you know how much you make, but you don't know how much your money.
Giuseppe, you'll know what it makes, but I never tell you how much.
You never know how much it make.
To make.
Oh, I make so much, and I don't tell you because I put it all in the thing.
It's like, all right, that's fine. I'm just letting me know what
There's
it made.
no reason to be crying about this.
Yeah,
all right, fine. We don't know the budget. Phil, how much did it make, though? Because that's what we're in this fucking racket for.
Well, the U.S. box office was 629,000.
Damn, that's a killer.
Well, okay. Well, let me tell you what it made in Italy: 3,709 billion.
It made what?
3.7 billion, actually.
It made 3.7 billion Italian liras or whatever.
Yeah.
So it made
that many meatballs.
It made 3.7 billion Italian dollars.
Mm-hmm.
So it made $9 in America.
Yeah. So yeah.
I wonder how does that transfer over?
I don't know. I didn't do I don't have a currency app, so
You don't have the exchange rate on that? Well, let's just say this was a gigantic hit in Italy and in Europe, and it wasn't huge in America, but since then it's obviously gone on to be, I mean, it's deep red. This is a fucking stone cold classic in the Italian giallo genre, right?
Jallo.
Released in 1975, directed by Italian horror maestro Dario Argento. Deep Red is a centerpiece in the giallo subgenre of Italian film. Giallo is Italian for yellow, not jello, as Philip said. Now these films were named this because of their pulpy murder mystery style, right? That was reminiscent of the paperback crime novels that were big in Italy at the time, right? They often had yellow covers so that you could be able to pick them out on a bookshelf, right? You'd be going through, you'd be walking through with a big bag overflowing with tomatoes and garlic bulbs, and you'd look over and you'd see a yellow cover, and you go, there's the Jallo. I love my Jallo book. And you open up, I make love to my Jallo book. My Jallo book.
And then he starts doing it in the market, and the guy's like, "What are you doing?
What are you doing? That's my Jallo book."
I'm telling my book's not being.
No, give me my Jallo book. This is my. Now I make love to Jallo book. Now they're both just fucking, just Chinese finger trapping this
and
Jallo
then the
book.
actual manager comes in and goes, "Stop it! I'm tired of my books not being able to open when you leave."
Yeah, and then he takes the book, he has them arrested, and he goes in the back. It's so disgusting what they do with their beautiful Jallo book.
That can't hurt you no more.
Oh, Jallo book, I loved you.
Yeah, they cannot hurt you no more.
They cannot hurt you no more because I make love to my Jallo book. You know how they are.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Jallo films run the gamut, right, in terms of genre. Slashers, crime, psychological thrillers, sexploitation, stuff like that, right? Deep Red kind of has all of the hallmark Giallo elements rolled into one big fat spliff, my baby. Into one big... No, you know what? To make it even more, they roll all of those up into one big stromboli.
Okay.
And you sit there and you go, this is my stromboli of genres del cinema.
Yeah.
Right? And you eat it. And then you take a big runny shit afterwards. You go, why do I eat like this?
Yeah, well, I mean...
I ate the movie.
I will say, I love Italian, but...
It doesn't love you.
It doesn't love me.
I hate it when people say that.
Yeah.
Let's just say I love copious amounts of alcohol, but copious amounts of alcohol don't love me. It's like, yeah, I bet.
Of course not.
I bet it doesn't.
It's poisoning your insides.
Yeah. It's poisoning your mind, man. You know?
Yeah, man.
You got to open up that third eye, dude.
The butthole, bro.
You got to open up your butthole. Because that's where all wisdom is stored, man.
That's what Morpheus wanted.
He was trying to get into Neo's fucking beehole, bro.
Yeah. Or he didn't mean that, and that's what Neo... And that's what Neo thought. I was like, oh, so I got spread my butt cheeks. What? No.
He was actually hoping he would eat the blue pill because the blue pill was a Tylenol PM.
Mm-hmm. They'd go to sleep and shut up. The red one's for arthritis.
Okay, now director Dario Argento, he is the fucking man when it comes to these films. Right? He's probably best known for directing Suspiria and again Opera, but Deep Red is the giallo masterpiece. The lead man in this is David Hemmings, right? You might know him from Gladiator. He played Cassius, the big eyebrowed guy who announces the gladiator fights at the Roman Colosseum. Yeah. And he looks so different when you see him in that. And when he died, that wasn't just for the movie. He had these giant, over-the-top eyebrows.
Yeah, I don't understand the guys who just like, when I get old, I'm going to look like a very wise owl.
But he did it. He made it work.
Yeah.
I mean, he died in 2003 of a heart attack. But Phil, I don't want you to worry. This movie was made before 2003, so he's not a zombie actor or anything like that.
He's not a go.
Yeah, I don't want you going home and be like, Michael made me watch an Italian movie with a talking dead people in it.
It was all dead people.
David Hemmings, he's not a zombie actor.
Okay.
Unlike Armie Hammer. Did you hear about the Armie Hammer thing anyway?
Yeah, like abuse, and then I read like cannibalism, and I'm like, what?
Okay, if you don't look, we're not going to get into it because this is not what we're here for. But if you don't know what we're saying, just Google Armie Hammer eats people.
It'll surprise you. Like, oh, well, okay.
It's really crazy. Okay, so look, we need to take a quick break and we got to pay some bills. When we return, we're going to dissect Deep Red. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Hey, sick of listening to podcasts and want to start your own? Already have a podcast, but looking to monetize it? Stop looking. We found the cure for what ails you. Podbean. That's right, Podbean is the one-stop shop for all your podcasting needs. You can launch, promote, monetize, and live stream your podcast all before you've even had your first cup of coffee. So join the thousands of podcasters who happily call Podbean their home by going to www.podbean.com. Again, that's www.podbean.com, and tell them Phillip and Michael sent you. Okay, and we're back, Phil.
Sup?
Are you ready to talk about this here movie?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about this here movie.
Fine. Let's bust out the rusty scalpels, for it is dissection time! Just give me a second. I made myself laugh. I love to laugh. Okay, here we go. Okay, so the first thing we got to do, like when you're talking Deep Red, the first thing you gotta fucking do, you gotta talk about Goblin, dude.
Goblin.
And don't say Goblin nuts or something. I'm serious.
I wasn't. I'm 33 and I'm not immature.
Oh. Well, then never mind. Maybe we should part ways.
I guess so. I guess this is the last episode of Slasher Podcast now.
This is wow, and he doesn't even remember the name of the podcast. It's Slasher Movie Podcast now.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You said
no. See, I'm going to leave and do Slasher Podcast now.
Oh, fucking, I can't even sue you.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Take one word out, it's good.
Yeah, that's a good point. All right, look. This score, the main theme, is so like funky Italian jazz.
Yeah, but at the same time, like scary.
No, it is. I mean, it's got all the, it's
got the organs and stuff.
It incorporates all of that, right?
Yeah.
But it's also just got these these cool little palm muted guitar notes,
and the bass lines too.
That bass line is so, and the drum is just sort of
everywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, Goblin is a prog rock band from Italy, going all the way back to like 1971, I think. Right, and they've done a shit ton of soundtracks. They, especially with Argento, right? They did a bunch with him. Again, they're best known for Suspiria. Yeah. In fact,
that song that's like yeah.
Well, let's check it out.
Yeah.
Let's check that out.
Check it out.
Check it out, Michael. Check it out. All right, you big stink. Keep calling you that until you're like, hey, stop calling me Big Stink. Here we go.
Yeah, it's my mafia name. Yeah, we call him the Big Stink. Why?
He stinks. What do you care? Yeah.
What do you care?
It's kind of magical, right?
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like a Harry Potter Christmassy kind of.
It really does.
The owl's coming to bring you the note.
You're an elf, Harry.
To wizard school.
You're an elf, Harry. We must go to work with Santa. who's played by Kurt. Oh my God, Russell. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the sounds when I'm on the toilet in the morning doing my morning constitutional. This is minus the music. This is what you hear coming from my bathroom.
Okay, that's pretty scary though.
Oh, do not open that door, no matter what you hear. It's good, right?
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Totally.
And it's funny, for the Deep Red one, Argento was just trying them out, right? And he gave them one fucking night to write the score. And then he gave them one day to record the score.
That's a lot of pressure. I'd be like, I don't know about that, dude.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, exactly.
Unless you're just gonna like automatically like it. I'm like, all right. I'll just play Smoke on the Water.
Badly.
Yeah. Ding, ding, ding. Hang on.
Hold on.
Hang on.
You just wait, man.
Yeah, I'll get it going.
Waiting on that dry ice machine to fog up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Speaking
man.
of deep purple.
Oh, dude, I was looking at some stuff of Goblin on YouTube, and I found this video of them from 1975 on an Italian TV show, and they're playing the Profondo Rosso theme, right? The Deep Red theme. It's great, but I'd never actually seen Goblin, and they're just a bunch of like long-haired Italian hippies.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's what you would expect a prog rock band from the 70s to look like.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually really funny. You know, they're still together. They've gone through many incarnations or whatever. And they're just a bunch of like old, fat, 70-year-old Italian prog rockers now. But yeah, exactly. Same thing, though, you know. So how do we get into it? Okay, so basically, this all starts with a murder. Right, Phil, you hate to see it, but that's just the way it is, okay?
Yeah.
This movie starts with a murder. There's like a conference for psychics going on, right? Which already sounds annoying as shit.
Yeah, you have the one guy that looks like he's from the Bee Gees.
He definitely does. The psychiatrist, yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have Helga Ullman, a Nordic psychic, and she's like up there doing her thing. And then out of nowhere, she's like, someone in this audience is a fucking psycho. Right? And whoever you are, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah, and you're going to kill people.
And yeah, and I can't tell who that person is, but she's blonde. She's from a Nordic country, and her name's Helga. Huh. I wish I knew who that was who was going to die. How does she not know that she's about to be murdered?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I guess maybe that just wasn't her thing. Like, that wasn't her. Maybe she didn't complete all of her psychic powers.
Classes.
At psychic power school.
She graduated with a C-.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe or maybe not. Could be me, but.
But if it's not, why? Why not me?
The rest of the people like in the crowd's like, what the fuck is she talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm into this weird shit, and even for me, this is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, look. Phil, I hate to hit the alarm on you here, but when she gets the old, glass necklace, right? I want to say right now, man, boobo alert.
Yeah, boobo alert.
Seriously, there is a titty on the fucking loose in that shot.
Yeah.
Right? Her
starts
titty
running around.
It just starts running around. In fact, look, if you haven't seen this movie, we don't want to do a spoiler alert, so fast forward 30 seconds so we can talk about the ending. Okay, they fast forwarded Phil. It was crazy to me that the boob turned out to be the killer the whole time. That the boob was running around out in these streets just stabbing the fucking shit out of everybody.
Yeah, why is this a booby trying to hurt me?
This is a booby. No. And at the end they need to they build a giant, the Italian army is just shooting at it. They got jets coming in from NATO.
Yeah. It's like Godzilla.
It's just shooting.
Boobzilla.
which is clearly a porn, right?
Yeah.
That has to be.
It has to be.
Could you imagine if nobody had thought of Boobzilla, the easiest thing you would think of?
Yeah. Boobzilla versus King Dong.
That has to also be one.
It's just a giant costume dildo against like a giant boob.
Yeah. Yeah. And the sequel, Boobzilla versus Mecha Cock.
Yeah. Boobzilla versus...
Cockra.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mothra, Cockra. It's just a penis with wings.
In fact, they're all just lazy. Every one of them is just the same penis costume from the first one.
It's a Fred Olen Ray film.
Yeah, it's just every one of them is a penis costume that they've attached wings to, or like bug eyes or something.
Yeah, we just took the Mothra costume and gave it testicles.
That's all we did.
That's all we did.
Her death is really brutal.
Oh yeah, like the glass going into the neck, the whole
her like dummy head going through the window.
Yeah. Yeah.
And David Hemmings just like, cool, blimey, you know.
Oh my word.
Oh my word.
Yeah.
And
then Carlo.
But hold on. So yeah, let's back it up a little bit. So this murder happens, and who sees this murder but sexy ass David Hemmings, bro?
Mm-hmm.
He is so, like, he's just got like big white pants on, bell bottoms, and he's got like a nice
Paul McCartney.
He really does. He really like 70s McCartney, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. You know, and I guess his character, he's a struggling piano teacher. He's a pianist teacher, right?
He's a pianist.
He teaches people about penises, right, bro?
Yeah. So the method for being a penis is the fuck you say? I'm gonna learn piano.
He's like, you're learning piano, and I'm teaching you how to be a pianist. And do you know what pianists? Do you know what good pianists do? He's like, I hate to ask, what do good pianists do? They ejaculate. Help! Help!
Help!
Shove figgy pudding in my bottom.
Yeah.
I fear I may faint. Put mushy peas on my genitals.
Yeah.
I'm English.
All my food sounds terrible.
And is. Shove a tartlet into my back pussy. You remember that? Back pussy?
Yeah,
okay.
back pussy. We're bringing it back. Bringing back the back pussy.
Bringing back pussy, bro. We're bringing back pussy. That'd be a great t-shirt. I'm bringing back pussy.
Yeah.
The front of it is mossy oak pattern stuff, and it says going hunting, and on the back it says bringing back pussy.
Yeah. It's like, what?
That's a t-shirt. That is a t-shirt, my friend, that we need to sell to everyone we know.
All right. Well, tpublic.com.
That's right. Our TeePublic link is in the description. And right now we're actually running a t-shirt giveaway that we're going to be talking about at the end of the episode. But if you want to just go ahead and buy it, just go to the TeePublic link in description. Now, Phil, I got a quick note for you, okay? We're about to talk with a cinematographer, right, about the reference in David Hemmings' intro. Okay, when you first see him the night of the murder. But let's just say that there is a wonderfully done recreation of Edward Hopper's Nighthawks painting in that scene. The Blue Bar Diner behind them.
Yep.
Yeah, you see people posed back there. That's just like that famous oil painting from the 40s. It's great. But we'll get to that in a few. But getting back to it, so he's walking around. He talks to his buddy Carlo. And Carlo just seems like another pianist who's kind of down and out. He's kind of drunk. He's just, he's not having a good night. They talk for a minute about philosophy and stuff. And then Carlo leaves. David Hemmings just standing there looking like a fucking snack, right? Mm-hmm. With his going hunting for pussy t-shirt.
Yeah, his mossy oak shirt.
And he looks up above him, and on the skywalk apartment, I guess you'd call it, above him, you see Helga Ullman being fucking brutally murdered.
Being murked.
She's getting flipping murked, my friends.
Yeah.
Now, David Hemmings is tied up in this craziness, right? Now he is all about this craziness. And that's actually a very common trope for giallos. And that's it. I'm sorry. Sorry to keep saying it that way. It's the only way you can say it is giallo.
Yeah.
But it's a very common trope for giallos is a regular person becoming a sort of like detective, right? Like a normal person being thrust into a criminal world, right? To some degree. Other giallo tropes are throughout this movie, right? The killer is almost always wearing a trench coat and black gloves.
Yeah.
A lot of times their murder weapon is a piece of wire to strangle with. It's very common.
And very small feet.
Very small feet. They're Europeans, Phil.
Yeah.
They don't eat corn and steak like us.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Beans by the fire.
Yeah, Softy, big cup of Joe, right?
Uh-huh.
Sit there and serenade your riding partner of 35 years who you homestead
your
with.
riding partner.
Yes, sir. Me and Gutierrez met on a cattle drive 39 years ago, and we're just friends. We just homestead and we fuck.
Yeah.
We fuck hard.
Hey, he's my husband.
He's my husband via fucking.
Via fucking.
Other giallo tropes, though, are there's always a Freudian excuse for the crime. Like, that's very common. Like in this one, for example, Carlo and his overprotective murderous mama, right?
Yeah.
Common. There's also the trope of the brutal murder set against a gorgeous background, which is everywhere in this movie. This movie is so fucking hard to look at. It's so gorgeous.
Oh, it's like an art piece.
No, you know what? No. That's kind of the thrust of this episode, right? Is this movie takes psychological thriller / early proto slasher and turns it into a high art. Like, this movie is pure art. There's shots in it that actually kind of don't make sense. Like, if you think about the geography of a sequence in a scene, there's shots where it's like that person wouldn't be standing there, right? For close-ups and insert shots. It does it anyways because it doesn't matter, right? It's kind of like Scorsese's theory of film. People are always like, you don't want people smoking in your scenes because there's going to be a lot of continuity errors, right? Scorsese is like, who cares? Hey, we're just having fun. Nobody gives a fuck how long or short a cigarette is.
Plus, I mean, with Scorsese, a lot of his movies are gangsters, so if they're not smoking a cigarette in a scene or a cigar...
They're all vaping.
Yeah. I just got this strawberry truffle cheesecake. It's like, yeah, I got the blueberry menthol. What? The blueberry mint,
Yeah. Yeah, it fell off the back of a truck, whack-a-dokey, huh?
Yeah. Just to say some vape carts fell out the back of a Fiat.
Yeah.
Not even a truck.
Yeah, and let's just say it maybe fell into my vape case that I walk around with.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is better for my health.
Who's to say somebody walks up to you and does a big fat cloud in your face?
Yeah, who's to say that maybe and you're like, oh, my damn DVD's skipping.
Goodfellas 2021. maybe.
Shit, my poly robot broke.
Yeah.
Let's give it a hit. Wrap it on the side. It'll wake up.
Yeah.
But no, this movie is gorgeous. Italy's fucking gorgeous, right? Like, it's so old. When you see movies in Europe and for like today's movie, there are shots and landscapes and buildings, architecture in this movie that is so, like, to an American, it is shocking to see, right? Whereas, like, if you ask an Italian or an English person or somebody from Japan, just places where in the world where they have all these, I didn't just mean Europe. There's people all over the world who just have all this different old architecture. And you're like, your school has been around since 1300? They'd be like, yeah, why? And you'd be like, mine was built in 1986.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it already sucks. Like, how the fuck did they do that?
Already falling apart.
Like, look, Atlanta's a great city, Right, but we tear down all the old stuff. Like, the only old thing we have in the entire city of Atlanta is the fucking Margaret Mitchell house. Like, that's it, right? Right, and it's like, I don't want to go in some stuffy old white lady's house, man. I already had two grandmas growing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've had grandmas and great aunts.
Yeah, come see where Margaret Mitchell slept and shit. Like, no, thank you.
Try my really bad chicken salad.
She wrote a book at that desk. Cool. I don't give a fuck about Margaret Mitchell. Whereas Italy, it's like, here's where we fed Christians to tigers. Fuck yes, I'm on board.
Yeah,
that sounds awesome. That sounds so cool. Oh man, feeding Christians to tigers.
Yeah, that's my new book, my new self-help book.
That's your new self-help book, is feeding Christians to tigers. And what's the main thing about? Did you? Oh, okay, guys. Look, this sounds really cool, but all Philip did was copy and paste Jordan Peterson's 12 Rules for Life.
Yeah, and just change the title.
Just change the title. People are like, this opens up talking about lobsters.
Well, no, I changed lobsters to tigers.
He said, we're all tigers, and I want you to stuff a tiger up my butt.
Yeah.
That's what I meant by lobsters. People misquoted me. I didn't say, I think you should take lobsters and shove them up my keister.
Yeah.
My Canuck keister.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm Jordan Peterson here.
Jordan Peterson here. Jordan the Peterson.
Yeah. She's like, wait, what is going on with this book?
Yeah, I was like, this book is fucking great.
Yeah. Actually, this is better than the other one.
You'd be like, this book changed my life. It was just all about, congrats. Thank you. Okay, let's get back to it. So then we meet Gianna Brezzi, right? The cool, hip, smoking hot reporter.
Yeah.
She was played by Daria Nickelode. Now, get this. She was Dario Argento's partner during this. Right? So that means that couple was Dario and Daria. Yeah.
Double dudes.
Nothing but the best, my friend. She's also the mother of
Asia Argento.
It's apparently not pronounced Asia. It's like Asia or something, I think.
Okay.
It's Italian, right? So I think it's Asia Argento.
Okay.
And Daria Argento, Daria Nickelode.
Yeah, Nickelodeon.
God damn it. Daria Nickelode. Daria Nickelode, she just died, actually, back in November of 2020. Mm-hmm. Did it say how? She was only 70. That's not that old.
I don't know. I just know November 2020.
Okay. I gotta say, though, David Hemmings and Daria Nickelode, I was shipping these two, Phil.
They got a nice, like, odd couple thing going on. She's the mischievous one, and he's the, I don't like this and that, and I'm all proper.
Yeah, I'm British.
I'm claustrophobic.
Yeah, the scene where they get into
that car too.
The scene where one of those little Spanish, like those little Italian jalopy cars.
Vespaducci's.
But when they're in that car, that's a really sweet, kind of cute scene. I actually really like the humor in it, where everything's just fucked up and busted on her car. I really like that. I thought that was great, and she's great in this. She's genuinely a load of fun. She's great. She crushes his ass at arm wrestling.
Yeah.
Like, she's like,
oh no, you're doing it wrong. You're cheating.
Yeah, exactly. He's such a bitch. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, she's like fucking Stallone and over the top level fucking badass in that scene. Mm-hmm. Right? She's got just like big Popeye forearms.
Yeah, with the anchor.
Yeah. And she's just chugging cans of spinach.
Yeah.
She's a badass. Okay, but look, let's finally get to it. Let's talk about Carlo and the way gay characters were shown in TV and in film back in the day, okay? Yeah. Now, this stuck out to me. Gay people, they're always cast as drunks, drug addicts, murderers, villains, cheats.
Or like cartoon character gay.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Like Snagglepuss. Exit stage left.
Exactly, though, right?
Yeah.
So David Hemmings shows up at Carlo's boyfriend's hideout, right?
Massimo.
Was his name Massimo?
Massimo.
Yeah, I was gonna say he got famous after this for inventing chain wallets and weird weird blurry letter
Clothing at
t-shirts.
Target. You know, it's funny. That's not even a dude, actually. That is an actress, Geraldine Hooper.
Is that Geraldine Hooper?
Mm-hmm.
That's Geraldine Hooper?
Yeah.
This is my daughter, Geraldine Hooper. She was in a movie where she played a guy. Really?
Yeah, that's an actress.
That makes me feel weird because I've always totally wanted to smash that twink. And now looking back, it's like, ooh, there's a Phil. This is gonna.
I guess you're straight.
There's a no. Oh, I've already bought all this shit. Now I gotta fucking give it back.
Like a light mustache. You can just act. You can play pretend.
I could act like I'm sucking her air cock. How does that work?
Well, there's air guitar contests, so
That's a good point.
I guess there's gonna be an air cock contest. The judges.
Sure, go on.
He's doing a great job. He's doing a great job of sucking that air cock.
9 point.
I agree. Terry Bradshaw.
In this movie, you see Carlo as a little kid in a flashback sequence at the very beginning and at the end during the twist when you find out his mom is the killer. The way Carlo is dressed is not
like
that
the Dutch boy.
It's not that odd looking to Philip and I because that's how we dress in our day to day because we work at Babyland, and in Babyland you have to have a certain look because you're close.
That's the uniform.
That's the uniform. That's the required
You have to
uniform.
wear like this Goldilocks wig and like really high white knicker socks.
Yep, and you have to have like a little baby suit with shorts that you wear. And
and your hammer that you use to chip the baby rock diamond gypsum stuff in the cave is a large lollipop.
It's a large lollipop.
It breaks every time.
It breaks every time, and then when it breaks, you go, "Oot!" and you like stamp your feet.
Oot, my lollipop broke again.
And then you have to start
bring
crying.
You more lollipops.
Yeah, and they give you more lollipops, and they give you chocolates, and all of these things, and you sit there, and they put you in a high chair, and they spank your little bottom.
Yeah, it's like this is a crazy job, but the benefits are good.
The benefits are great.
Healthcare is great, especially during the pandemic.
Oh my God, the healthcare's been fantastic. Honestly, we're blessed. We're blessed. Every day's a blessing. Now look, this movie is big on art. It's all about art. David Hemmings is looking for a killer and a missing painting. Now, it turns out it's the same thing, of course, but seeing as this film is so well shot, so painterly, I figured we'd talk to a special guest, a photographer, a cinematographer, and, just letting you know, my best friend and co-director, Alejandro Espinoza. Let's see what he thinks about Profondo Rosso, a.k.a. Deep Red. Alejandro, look, I'll keep this brief, okay? This is just a brief little cutaway because honestly, there's nobody I know better than you talking to about the thing that I'm about to talk to you about.
Okay.
Okay. Alejandro Espinoza.
That's my name.
Deep Red.
That's my nickname.
You were the deepest of reds, dude.
Yeah, oh my God.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
No, but come on. The movie, Deep Red, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's-
What do you want me to tell you about? Because I have a lot to say about this masterpiece.
Well, the first thing is, on a personal note, Deep Red is kind of our film school, right? It's like film school 101 for us was watching this movie a bunch.
Oh, yeah. That's actually, I think that it was one of the first times me and us looked at a movie and really broke it down frame by frame. It was that good, and it had that many interesting creative choices that you're like, wow, what's going on here? And it really made you think about what a director does, more so than, just wanting to be a director. It was like, wow, you can really, make a series of choices that culminates in this like fascinating result. So.
Yeah, no, that's a good point actually that Phil and I haven't touched on is, with this movie, I mean, really with any Argento movie, but especially this one, you can see the fingerprints of the director all over, quite literally, because the killer's hands in the movie are Argento's hands.
Yes.
But every choice, it's so outlandish and flamboyant and over the top, and it's very Italian.
Yeah, no, I mean, even from, outlandish and over the top, definitely keywords to use. I mean, think about music. I mean, every creative choice, music, color, framing, it really, most, I think people think of horror, they think of, a sort of drab color palette or, eerie music,
sure,
sort of low key. And I know Deep Red is a slasher, but that's horror. And I think this movie does it well, but it makes choices you wouldn't think you would make in that genre.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, it being a giallo, it has like a ton of the like you said, the bright colors, the use of red and gold, and everything's so. This is a very bright film.
Yeah, they should have called it Bright Red.
Yeah, honestly, seriously though, this should be bright red. The blood is theatrical, super bright.
No, that was one thing that always stuck out. It's more like it's like paint, and it really is a choice. It's just like, when blood shows up, it's just like bam, you have no choice but to pay attention to it. You know what I mean? And that's, I think that he does it well and he knows what he's doing. It's not like, you watched a movie and you're like, oh, I don't think the guy mixed the blood right. It looks, it is what it is. It's like bright, fresh blood, bam, right in your face.
Yeah. I mean, again, it's kind of in the opposite direction of where most slashers want to go. Most slashers want it to be very realistic, at least to some degree. Maybe not the killer, being a walking zombie who lives under a lake, but with the, Tom Savini type gore where it's, it's just based on actual, war wounds. Right. And in this one, it's just art. This whole movie is just about art. That's all it's about, right? And it's not even done in it's actually done very just earnestly. Versus, some sort of, satire about the arts or anything like that. This one's just, no, this is just art. It's all about paintings and music and pianists and.
Yeah, no, I feel like it really does come from, it is a very painterly mindset. I mean, think about the very first frame where the, it's clear they hear the screams. The knife drops, and then you see the two shoes, in the stockings or whatever. They step in the frame, and even that compositional choice. Because you really look at that frame, nobody stands like that. With both of the, feet sort of, on the same axis as the camera. It's a deliberate painterly choice, and it's. I mean, you go into the. I think it's the. Whatever the like symposium or whatever the meet that they have at the very beginning talking about mind reading and telepathy,
right.
And even the curtains open up by themselves. It's very deliberate choices. It's theatrical and painterly, and I think that's great for a slasher murder mystery. It's very interesting.
Oh, absolutely. And then there's that great sequence. I think it's used twice in the film where it's a bunch of children's toys and little like knickknacks that are sitting on black velvet. And the camera is just sort of zipping around on them, pulling into all these different close-ups of, like a little baby doll and all that kind of stuff just sitting around while it has that crazy, dun 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 dun, just Goblin score, and the camera's just zipping around all over it, and it's very, I mean, obviously it's a Jallo, so it has a lot of like Freudian kind of pop psychology happening in that sequence, but the one that always makes me stop and go, that's really well done. And it's been done a bunch in movies, but this one's I really enjoy it in this, is the reference to, what's that old painting with the diners sitting in that that restaurant late at night?
Oh, it's called Nighthawks.
Nighthawks. That's right. Yeah. And it's framed. I mean, it's set up beautifully. And in this one, there's like a gender swap where it's two women in suits and they got two men in suits, and then you got the bartender or whatever, the soda jerk behind the counter, and they're moving. They're clearly talking in there, but they're not really motioning or moving much, right? Like they're alive, but they're still frozen in place like a painting.
Yeah, it's very interesting, because, as a photographer, I like the idea of, pulling from paintings and, other sorts of non-photography influences and putting them in, because it's an interesting approach. They're posed as if they're, they have photography posing or painting posing, which is kind of different from like the way people traditionally approach like, blocking or staging a scene or working with actors. So it gives it this sort of surreal quality, I think, when you pull from paintings and you photograph them, just like that sequence you were talking about earlier with the toys on black velvet. That's a very like still life inspired thing, and it's its own sort of feeling, which that's one of the things I love about the movie, and I think that inspiration just of art in general, I think is totally conscious throughout, which and I love about it.
When it comes to Dario Argento, most people, if they know who he is even at all, point to Suspiria.
Okay.
Right? But for you, is it okay? Deep Red versus Suspiria.
Oh, it's Deep Red, easy. And I'll tell you why. Okay, I feel like Deep Red's a straight up murder mystery. I think it's a good murder mystery. Yeah. I think that, Suspiria goes into, it does go more psychedelic, and that's exciting. But I think you get all the same stuff in Deep Red, and I think you actually get a compelling story and interesting scenes. I think it feels more grounded. Not saying that you need to ground it, but it felt more balanced as a movie than Suspiria did. As much as I love Suspiria and its colors and everything like that, but I think that Deep Red balanced it. You get more subtlety there. Like there's even the bathroom murder scene's a beautifully shot scene, but it doesn't have to be psychedelic. It's just beautifully shot and beautifully orchestrated, and that's Deep Red is always just going to take the cake for me when it comes to that.
I mean, look, we already played our hand with talking about this is basically this is film school for us. I agree. I think Deep Red rules, Suspiria drools, okay? And Suspiria drools because I whacked it in the head with a fucking ball peen hammer, right?
Right, yeah. I don't mean to be controversial here, folks.
Yeah, but I'm sorry. I just really enjoyed this other movie more, okay? That's my hot take. But, yeah, man, that's just, you know what I mean? That's, that's how I feel about it.
Well, hey, look, shout it to the heavens, and people get mad. Hey, that's on them,
Alejandro Espinoza, I can't thank you enough for coming on the show and kind of setting things straight about the picturesque nature of this classic 1970s Jallo flick.
Hey, no problem anytime.
But real quick, where can people reach out and be able to see your photographic work?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at A Espinoza Photos. I am also on Facebook at Alejandro Espinoza Photos. I try to keep it easy. Hopefully people learn to spell my name in that way.
And if they can't, the link is in the description. Just scroll on down and you'll find all you need right there to find Alejandro and his work.
Thank you, Michael.
Alejandro Espinoza, I thank you.
All right.
Now let's get back to the show. you never saw this before, right?
Never. This is the first time.
What did you think of the ending? Like, let me back it up. Let me ask it. Was the mystery good for you? Like, was it one of those ones where you're like, what's going on? Or
yeah, actually, to be honest, I thought that the killer was his love interest,
Gianna.
Yeah, for some reason.
No, I did.
Like, I thought she was gonna, like, when they're at the school,
Yeah,
the library.
it's
like, I thought she was
library.
gonna, the liberal library, where I thought she was gonna like come behind him and like try to stab him and stuff. But then it comes out that it might be Carlo, and then Carlo gets his head it gets dragged for a while by a truck.
Yeah, it's pretty gnarly, man.
While the guy's driving, going bippity boppity, we don't see a nobody behind us getting dragged by a hook.
Yeah, he's just driving and listening. He's like so caught up in that song. We like it hot, hot, hot.
Okay, no, I thought they listened to the Meatball song.
We like a meatball ball.
Yeah. And then he gets his head smashed by a car, which was like, crazy. And then you figure out it's the crazy mother who, in the beginning, I just thought was trying to like fuck the English guy, Marcus.
Yeah, David Hemmings.
Yeah, that she was like, I'm an old actress. I need,
I need the penis.
Yeah, I need the penis.
I hear that the Englishman is so hung. He's like, what? We are not known for that.
No.
Oh, man. Okay. So did you like the ending? Sorry, we got sidetracked.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it surprised me that it was that it was Carlo's mother, but also the
way she died.
Necklace that gets caught in the elevator, and it just like lops her head off.
Yeah. Okay, so for again, if you haven't seen it, definitely see it. If you've seen it, you know that Carlo's mom is a huge fucking anus, and she is out in these fucking streets killing everybody who's ever lived. She lost her mind, and then as Phil just pointed out, in the end, she lost her head.
Yep.
And that's it. That's over. And then it's over. It's fini. It's donezo. It's, as the Italians say, it's la end. Yeah. Now, Phil, I think it's that time again. I think you know what time it is. I think it's time for it. Yeah, man. I know, man. We got there quick, but I think it's time. Let's do it.
Not a lot, but they're there.
They're there. Okay, here we go. Phil, take it when you're ready, man. This is a big moment for you.
All right.
Do it, and you got to do it in the accent. It's our first international film, or over the seas, Italian.
Well,
under the seas.
It's time for Factoids from Beyond the Seas.
Phil, I got to say, for a second, I thought Roberto Benigni had walked up in this bitch, huh? He's that Italian guy?
Yeah, that would have made life beautiful.
I don't know any other of his movies.
I don't either.
Yeah, and we don't need to. Is that one of the factoids?
Yes.
Roberto, but it'd be great if you just read a bunch of facts about anything Roberto Italian.
Yeah.
It was all about Roberto Benigni.
Their scooters are called Vespas.
They take meatballs and eat them.
While we throw them at Irish immigrants.
and that's it for Factoids. No, okay. What do you got?
Dario Argento and co-writer Bernardino Zapponi.
Bernardino Zapponi. Sorry, there is no better accent on earth for Italian names than the Southern accent.
Yeah.
It is so good. Mr. Gambini. Go on.
Bernardino Zapponi.
Don't even try. I'm not making fun of your Southern accent. Okay. It is funny to me. Got
inspiration from some of the murder scenes from thinking of instead of getting shot or stabbed, they thought of things like say getting struck with like a table, like your head or the teeth, like they did to the
psychiatrist.
The psychiatrist, yeah,
Right,
just to
right.
make it seem more, or the scalding part with the hot water.
Oh, that's such a great kill.
They
What a great kill.
wanted some to look more of just like a more
It's kind of gnarly ways to go instead of the boring
gnarly
just
ways
getting
to go
shot.
besides
Sure.
just the usual knife.
Yeah, sure. Of course. Yeah. That's another reason this movie stands out is the kills are really brutal.
Mm-hmm. Okay, the close-up shots of the killer's hand in the glove was actually Dario Argento.
Oh, we already talked about that in the interview with Alejandro.
Okay.
You weren't there for that. I'm sorry.
Well,
we were sitting at the cool kids table while you were in band class learning how to play the skin flute.
yeah, still bad at it.
You'll get better. Don't worry.
I hope so. So after the success of Suspiria in 1997, Deep Red was released in Japan as Suspiria 2, even though it has nothing to do with Suspiria. And Suspiria 2 was Inferno.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So
That's right. Is that it?
yeah.
And that's it for
Factoids from beyond the scenes.
Oh, Phil, you are genuinely getting better and better at these. These are funny. These are good. These are good. Guys, write in. Let Philip know you love him. Jesus. Nobody exists in a vacuum. Give us a little love.
Dust bunnies, Mike.
Let me tell you this. This movie right here, my friend, okay? Just between you and me and the friggin' wall here, this movie, I would highly recommend this movie.
Me too.
I would recommend the shit out of this to friends.
And to strangers.
And to strangers.
And to enemies.
People on the street.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah, I'd go right up to them and I'd grab them by the collar and I would take their mask down. I would keep mine up because I don't want to get sick. But I would take their mask down and I would scream into their mouth.
Yeah.
See Deep Red. It's called Profondo Rosso, also known as the Hatchet Murders.
Yeah.
Even though there's no hatchet. Mm-hmm. You know, just shake their head and it just sounds like a fucking spray paint can.
Yeah, it's their tiny brain just hitting the walls of their skull.
Yeah, and then I see the scar on his head, and I go, "You sons of bitches! You cut out his brains!
Yeah.
You damn dirty apes!"
Yeah, I was gonna say it's Charleston Heston.
Oh man, what do you give this movie?
I give it a 5. I give it 5.
Mm-hmm. You give it a high five?
Candymans.
Okay.
And I give it 5 Tony Sopranos.
You know what? I love the crossover there. Okay.
Thank you.
Let's see. What would I give it? I give this movie 4 Jasons, 3 Freddys, 2 Chuckies, and 1 Candyman.
Okay.
Yeah, and I give it a little pat on the tuchus.
Yeah, a little pat on the tuchus. Go, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You know, I give it a pound of Brajoul.
Yeah. Gobble goo.
Yeah, I give it a whole thing of gobble of goop.
Gobble goo.
There's a Simpsons joke where Fat Tony and his mobsters are talking, right? And somebody says something gross, and the Fat Tony's sidekick goes, "Hey, oh, go easy! I just ate a whole plate of thingamagoo."
Yeah.
We'll see you next week, and until then,
Keep on slashing.